Glad to show my first guest, of course, was mayor of New York City for 8 years. He is now the front runner in most polls looking at the 2008 presidential election. Please welcome Rudy Giuliani.
I'm great. I feel terrific. How about you?
Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing fine. This is, this is nice. You haven't been mayor in a while, but there's still a lot of love for Rudy Giuliani. It's got to feel good.
Probably because I haven't been mayor for a while. That's probably the reason. That's probably the reason.
And the applause sign helped. Now, but I have to ask you this, and I'm not doing my job if I don't ask you. Everyone's saying you're going to run for president in 08. What do you say? Come on, what's happening?
I have no idea.
Well, you have no idea.
No idea.
How could you have no idea? You must.
None.
It must be all you think about. It must be. You're in the shower. You've got the loofah. You're thinking. 08.
No way.
No way?
No way. It's so far away, I actually don't think about it.
Really?
Yeah. I think about my business. I think about the things that are happening right now, but I don't give it any thought.
Even when I mentioned it right now,
Even when you
didn't
mentioned it right
think
now,
about
it didn't come up in my head, right?
You thought of something else, and a great...
Thought about the Yankees and what,
Well...
Are we going to get back to winning again?
Yeah. Well, you're a big Yankee fan, so let's talk about it. Has this been difficult for you, watching them? They're struggling. They're having a very hard time.
Yes, my wife...
Nosedive, it's terrible.
My wife, Judith, has taken all sharp implements out of our house. It's so
you
bad.
fly into a rage when they lose?
No, it gets serious.
You get really serious?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Right, right.
And I'm so 10 years of winning. I'm so used to it.
Right.
They won 4 world championships while I was the mayor.
Let's not rub that in. I'm from Boston, as you know. So. Hey, let's not start a fight in the audience, all right? People are throwing chairs at each other. All right. So you haven't thought about running for president. I'm sure that's too early.
Too early.
Well, these things take a lot of planning. You got to get a lot done. You got to send out note cards that say, vote for me,
Well, that'll do it.
That's what you have to do. You have to address them yourself. There's a lot of work to be done.
The vote for me note card will be the key to the next election.
Yeah, you should have me on your staff. I got a lot of great ideas. What about hats that say, go Giuliani? Well, then let's talk about this. You were knighted by the Queen. Which has got to be amazing, and I don't understand. Are you Sir Rudy then?
Not in Brooklyn.
Not in Brooklyn, no.
No way. In fact, people in Brooklyn don't know, but I try to keep it. I come from Brooklyn, and this idea of being knighted is not exactly...
Doesn't go over there.
If you want any future in New York, you don't want to spread around the fact that you're a knight.
Right. They probably think it's a street gang.
Yeah, the Knights, right.
I was in the Knights, too.
Yeah.
We busted some heads,
I think we infiltrated them once, right. That was...
So how does it work, though? If you can't be called Sir unless you're a British citizen, is that right?
I think that's right. I'm an honorary knight.
Well, what comes with that? This is like...
I think the only way I could have become a full-fledged knight is if I renounced my citizenship. I wasn't going to do that.
Right.
So...
then how can you run in 08?
Honorary...
I just lost that job I had with you, didn't I? Yeah.
It was a great honor and a wonderful ceremony.
Do you know what? Do any powers come with it? Do you get to the head of a line in England?
Can I go on the subway in London for nothing or something like that? No, probably not.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So. No.
It's a nice thing to have anyway.
It is. It's
put on
a beautiful
the resume.
thing to have.
You're so successful as mayor of this city that a few years ago, I don't know if you watched it or not, there was a made-for-TV movie about you. Where James Woods played you, which,
yeah,
and
wanted
apparently
to play myself, but
you did. They didn't want that to happen.
They didn't want me to do that.
Did you fail the audition? That's got to be tough when you don't.
Very hard time playing myself.
Did you get the part of Rudy Giuliani? No, they didn't buy it. Well, we actually found out it was so successful they're making another one. NBC's doing one, and I found out who's doing the casting. I want you to take a look at this. It's pretty exciting. The part of Rudy Giuliani will be played by Robert Duvall. I think that's very exciting. Dick Cheney will be played by Chevy Chase. I think that's...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. President Bush, the role of President Bush, went to Pauly Shore. I think this is going to be...
That wasn't as close.
Yeah. And current Mayor Mike Bloomberg will be played by B. Arthur of the Golden Girls. I think this is good. This is a compelling... Yeah, I'm going to watch that, too. Let me ask you something. I don't know what it's like for you now that you're not mayor. There's so many things that you worked hard for, and then you're not mayor anymore, and you probably see some things going a different way than you would have liked. For example, you were famous for shutting down a lot of the strip clubs in New York City. That was something that you wanted to do. You wanted to get rid of strip clubs. And since you've been mayor, there are more strip clubs have opened. There's, I think there's Penthouse, there's Hustler. They're nice there. There's a new Scores on the West Side. There's strip clubs.
You seem to be an expert on
I don't. I go as research. No, I don't go. I don't go to strip clubs. I perform there. I'm the whitest male stripper anyone's ever seen. But I'm just curious. First of all, is that something you've noticed? Does it bother you that the strip clubs are back in full force? People seem to love them. They're a good time for all.
Let me make it clear, I have not noticed the strip clubs.
Right. You've not
I have no idea where they are.
Right.
No, I haven't noticed there have been more. But there was kind of a reinterpretation of the law that probably will allow getting rid of some more of them now.
Really?
There was a case about the percentage of an establishment that could be devoted to pornography and regular literature, and there was a confusing court interpretation, and I think that's why there might have been a small proliferation.
Right.
But so I think Mayor Bloomberg has been doing a great job, and I think they'll be gone if they're around.
The crowd's not behind you on this one. Most of the people in the audience have their singles all ready to go.
Got little cards?
Actually, they're ready to go after this, yeah. Conan and the strippers. That's an evening. What about, this was a big controversy here in New York City, and I think so big that I think the rest of the United States has been reading about it, this West Side Stadium proposal, and it fell through. Was that something, do you think it was right that this didn't go forward?
I was in favor of the stadium.
You were in favor of it?
I thought the stadium would make a lot of sense for the west side of Manhattan, help to develop it, give us a large convention space that we don't have, places where we could have a lot more activity, create a lot of jobs.
Right.
I think that's why the union supported it. They realized put a lot of people to work.
Right.
I think it was a mistake.
Now, of course, Mayor Bloomberg very much wanted that stadium to go up on the West Side.
Absolutely right.
And I had an idea. He is a billionaire many times over. What if he bought us a stadium, paid for it himself, we all covered our eyes. He said, open them up, and there was a stadium there that he built with a red ribbon on top. And he's like, he could afford it.
Who knows? It might happen.
Right. He might do it. I'm sure he loves that idea. You could pay for it.
You still have to get all those permissions, and that's part of the problem.
Right.
But I think it would have been a great idea, and I think the alternative plan is a really good one for the Mets to have a new ballpark, and hopefully the Yankees will follow behind. We need 2 new ballparks in New York. I mean, Shea Stadium is very old, and Yankee Stadium is, in some ways, even older because of the walls. So
Right.
2 new ballparks would be very, very good for the city.
Right.
But having something there would have been exceptional.
You think on the West Side it would have been a great idea?
It's a lost opportunity.
Right. Well, we'll just have to put strip clubs there, I suppose. You got to put something there.
That's the problem.
Something's got to go. You wrote a book, Leadership, was a huge success, bestseller. It was published in 17 languages, and we just, it's incredible. You've got these are we didn't make these up. This is in Portuguese right here. Is the book? Have you read it in Portuguese?
And no, not completely.
Is that O Líder instead of Leadership? I have no idea. This right here, big success. This is Chinese. The Chinese are. This must be strange for you, like this. People everywhere around the world are reading this book.
It is a little strange, yes. But the Chinese version, I can't read. I'm going to have to be honest.
You read it probably, I think it reads right to left.
Yeah,
the Chinese
right
version.
to left, left to right.
So it ends with you being born. There's even, I don't know, this is amazing. It's in Israel. It's a big bestseller right here, which blew me away. I'm an idiot. I don't know why you come back, but you do, and we appreciate it. I do hope we'll be seeing more of you.
We'll be back. You're great for New York. Great.
Oh, thank you very much.
Absolutely
Good
terrific.
to have you, and thanks for reading that off the cue card.
Thank you. Great. Did I say that? Great for New York.
Yeah. Thanks very much for being here. From Rudy Giuliani, Colin Quinn. Coming up, we'll take a break.